not a part, the real legitimate Liberty Party headed by my sister, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence.
And who's the chairman?
The chairman is Musa Ability, but he's a rogue chairman who has become a renegade that we were reining in and we will put him in the doghouse.
And of course, the ALP that you are a member of. There are conversations about the vice standard bearer, the running mate to Ambassador Joseph Boakai. You are so very close, he listens to you. What are your options?
Well, when it comes to who becomes his vice president, I can only offer my suggestions, my recommendations.
I know.
But the former vice president will make that decision. Ultimately, it rests with him, and I trust his wisdom, his judgment implicitly. I have confidence in him, and he will make the right decision.
What are your whispers to him in relation to his?
I have not mentioned anyone. Not even my own political leader have I recommended to the former vice president. No.
What are the options in mind?
In whose mind? His or
in
mine?
Your mind.
Anyone he chooses.
I know, but what are your options?
I'm not going to tell you.
You influenced the divide in the relationship with the CPP.
What do you keep saying that?
You know about that. What are your options? I mean, I'm not saying this is not Joe Boakai's option. What are your options? Who are those persons that you've considered for?
I think we have a plethora of fine species to pick from. There's not a shortage of people to pick from to pair up with the JMB. So he will make that decision in the next couple of months. His running mate will be named.
In a couple of months?
Yes.
That will be latest when?
I do not know exactly. Again, the final decision rests with him.
Energy is an issue. There are persons, your critics say that your preferred candidate for the presidency is old. He does not have energy. You care tell us about your reaction?
Of course. Old is gold, just so you know. The older the wine, the better. Joe Biden, the president of the United States, they made the same argument that he's aged. Ronald Reagan was the first man to become president, the first oldest man to become president. He was 69 years old when he became president. And he won, and he got reelected, and he did a fantastic job. Ronald Reagan was the first president who took the American economy from hundreds of billions of dollars, the American national budget, to trillions of dollars. Joseph Human Boakai may be advanced in age, which is an advantage for us because the age that where he is ripe, he is experienced, he has seen it all, and he will be fully dedicated and committed to the country as opposed to himself because he's all about now building a legacy. So I think Joe Boakai is at the right age, and you know, I mean, to take this country over and make it work for us, and bring and restore our dignity among the community of nations.
Anyway, I want to take you back to your own ambition to become senator. You are against Senator CH-2. You've outlined several things you think makes him a very poor legislator.
He is.
But in this society, a legislator is not limited to what to do up Capitol Hill. And so Senator CH-2 has taken advantage of his quasi-legislative functions to carry out humanitarian works in his thinking. And that has resonated fairly with a good number of the people here in Montreal County. How much of an advantage do you think Senator CH-2 may have over you in this process?
The only advantage that CH-2 has is that he has access to a colossal amount of stolen money, which I don't have access to. But I also equally have access to a colossal amount of committed, dedicated, loyal people who want better for Liberia. So that's the only advantage. CH-2 is also handicapped when it comes to articulating himself. That is something I don't have a problem with. And so that's the only thing. CH-2 was not a wealthy man. Today he is. Do you guys not see that? You guys have gotten wealthy already before our eyes.
Money for? I keep hearing you saying stolen money.
You've seen the man building colleges. The man has 2 technical colleges. The man has a trucking company. ArcelorMittal rents from CH-2. CH-2 has a transportation business. He has tons of businesses. He has a construction company, getting government contracts. We all heard the recording that was played here in which Sir Joseph is then negotiating to increase the director of the medical or pharmaceutical regulatory board. Yeah. Asking Sir Joseph to hike, to inflict the cost of the project so that they can split the balance money. This man is corrupt. Why should a sitting senator have a construction company receiving government contracts? It is clearly and patently against the code of conduct. It's a criminal offense. Sir Joseph brings nothing to the table. He's a weakling. He is intellectually handicapped. He is not fit to be there. He has not proffered any argument that benefits the people of Montserrat County. He is a hopeless disruptor and he must be retired.
Do you believe he has some popularity?
He does. Everybody has some popularity, but that's comparative. But we have more popularity than he does.
You think so?
I know so. I know so.
Well, he has won elections in Montserrat County.
Money does not win elections. If that was the case, Thomas Fala would have won. If that was the case, Polita would have won. When the people decide, you win based on the people. Money is more powerful when it comes to a handful of people. But money is not powerful when it comes to hundreds of thousands of people. So I just cannot pay everybody to vote for him. No. And who told you we don't have some money? Who told you we don't have friends that can raise money for us? We do. We do. We have friends. This trip we came on, do you think I have money to spend all this money moving around, all the cars, all these things? I don't. We have friends who believe in us, who raise money and give it to us to support us.
The future of your institution, Voice FM, where are you on that one?
Roots FM, you mean?
Roots, right.
Voice was the earlier one.
Yeah.
Of course, you know George Weah is never going to give my radio station back. We're never going to get that from George Weah. But do we need the radio now? No, we don't even need it. They can have it. They can have it. We're still very widely monitored.
Pigeonly, I would say, in the time since you came, you seem unbothered. Of course. Why are you still concerned about the president being involved in the re-establishment of your institution, coming back on the airways?
Who told you they're going to give him? They haven't even returned my equipment, Kevin. My equipment worth over $50,000 US. They still have them. Somebody told me we had just built a recording studio, and we had just built it. We hadn't even opened the studio, and just took all of our recording studio equipment. Somebody told me that's what we are using at Jamaica Resort to make those songs that he makes. My equipment.
You are making songs to
I was about to start making music.
Oh really?
Yes. We built a recording studio.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We hadn't even opened the studio. They took all our equipment. I'm told that's what we are using. Expensive Macintosh broadcast equipment. Those very sophisticated equipment. That's why he makes those songs with. He should be giving me credit for
You
that.
spoke with the president. You announced your conversation with the president last year.
We talk all the time. He called me a couple of times
Since you came?
before I came. Oh, he's not going to call me now. He's pissed off. But one thing he said to me, no matter how pissed off he is with me, he's not going to block me. So I hope he keeps his word because I intend to piss him off to the fullest.
There's a question on our social media page. Someone's asking. This person says
The name of the president would you mention?
Burma Kopo says, firstly ask the guest, what has changed from Boakai being a dead man walking in a faith to lead a country of about 5 million people to being the best person to lead a country in under 6 years? And why should people believe him with this flip-flop argument?
That's their business. That's their business. We'll see. You want to bring rhetoric from 2017 campaign? That's the next question.
No, that's the only question. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So, are you saying that we shouldn't remember words said in the past?
2017, I was in the first round. We believed Boakai we were campaigning all over the world. In a political campaign, you find ways to try to diminish your opponent, the person you believe to be your greatest threat. And you will conjure up all kinds of rhetoric. That's why nobody really takes seriously what people say during the campaign, except policy issues. But there are things that you will say to try to weaken your opponent. And that's not something to use to bring up now. It is a seditious.
So with that said, people can now vote for Sir Joseph because this is the political season.
But those who want to vote for him, it is their right.
At him,
let them vote
people
for him.
who say, well, you said these things about President Weah before.
Let them vote for Sir Joseph, but
about...
Sir Joseph will not win. Will beat Sir Joseph in Montserrat County.
You sound pretty confident.
I'm very confident. You know why? Except you guys don't see what I see. CDC controlled this country for how many years? 12 years.
As an opposition party.
Huh?
As an opposition.
Yes. The moment they came to power, what happened, Vesely? They lost it.
Unless Sir Joseph won while they were still government.
No, but guess what? When did he get elected? A few months into, thank you, a few months into the administration. When did they lose? 1 year later, 2019. There you go. Diminishing return. They've been diminishing in popularity. Everybody whose hand George Weah raised for by-election since he came to power, except Sir Joseph. Did they win? Everybody lost, Kevin. Everybody who Weah supported lost. What does that tell you? Sir Joseph only won because they had only been in power for a few months when Sir Joseph won. Don't forget that. Sir Joseph runs now, he can. Thomas Fowler was popular. He won in District 5 how many times? 3 times. He ran for senator. His district, did he win your District 5? When he ran for senator, he lost District 5. What does that tell you? This man was elected 3 times in District 5. He ran for senator, he lost in his own district. It tells you CDC no longer controls Montserrat County. We do.
There could be other candidates, not just the incumbent Sir Joseph. For example, we've heard from Wilmot P.
Who is that again?
I said Wilmot P.
Ah, okay. Fine.
The former chairman of the party and the PLP.
I see.
Why are you writing off Wilmot P?
I wish him luck. Whoever that is.
You don't know the man?
Can we move on to another subject?
Why are you trying to write him off?
I'm not writing him off. I'm not going to waste my time on somebody who's not going to do anything.
You're bothered by Sir Joseph and not the rest of the other person.
But Sir Joseph is the one who's in the seat that we are going to remove, not the other guy. The other guy is nowhere to be mentioned.
I'm concerned about your strongholds in Montserrat County.
My stronghold is everywhere, my brother. Everywhere where there are people, there are my people. Everywhere, my brother. Everywhere.
I've seen people criticize Mr. Cummings for making that same analogy. That his stronghold is everywhere. People say, no, you must have a particular position.
Because Mr. Cummings is running for president, I'm running for senator. There's a difference. Kevin's talked about constituency, which is important. When you're running for president, because you're running for the biggest office, you have to have a constituency somewhere. But when you're running for a legislative seat, you don't necessarily need a particular
for a
locale.
county as big as this.
But who told you? I was born in Kingsburg, born and raised there. That's district number 1, one of the largest constituencies in this place.
Not many people.
What do you mean not many people there? You talking about constituency? There are lots of things, though. Your tribe too can be your constituency. You know that. I'm a parent man. We're the largest tribe in the country. We make up 20% of the population. So I have a constituency. What are you talking about?
What's the relationship with the people in West Point and Nuku Town?
Oh, I have friends in West Point. In my organization, the COP.
You don't go there.
Many of our ardent.
A lot of places you visit.
Who told you I don't go there? I'm going to West Point.
No, I didn't say you're not going there. I said you don't frequent those places.
Do you frequent everywhere? When was the last time you were in West Point?
Oh, I was in West Point about 2 weeks ago.
Because you live. Because because you've been here. So now that I'm here, I'm going to go there too. You will not have that on me.
Now, do you look for, just before we go to the lines, Costa, their conversation for the reconnection of Mr. Boaka and Cummings? Do you look forward to that?
I'm not aware of that conversation.
Even if, let's agree that you're not aware. But
and the fact that
there are people who are craving for.
The fact that I'm not aware of it, it means that there is no such conversation. Because if there was one, I would be aware.
So you see, that's where the influence comes in.
I would be aware. There is no way Joe Boga would be talking to Cummings or anybody.
Why if there's an initiation? What if you are approached?
If JMD believes that he should engage Mr. Cummings, I will be made aware of that. He would explain his reasons to me, and as he normally does, he will try to sell it to me for me to support it. And I trust his wisdom, I trust his leadership, that's why I support him. And I will support it, but there is no conversation as we speak.
If that is a conversation proposed about
if there is a conversation and JMB believes it is the right thing to do, I will support it.
You support it?
Yes.
Fair enough.
But it will not emanate from me, it will have to come from him.
His name is Henry Costa. We have exactly 15 minutes tour, so we can pick up calls for about 10 minutes. 1 minute per call. You can call us on +231 777 40 40 10. For those of you outside of Liberia, +231 777 40 40 10. Here you can call us on 0770 1051 0770 1051 or 51 or 777 40 40 10. Our prime guest is no other but Henry Costa. Vessel is small, and I'm Kelvin Demi. We are your drivers. We'd like to give it up to the persons online, viewing this thing online, this show online rather. Prime TV is live right here, Castle Patriots. And I hope Vessel can get the other online platform so that we can have it announced here. So let's go to the lines and hear from our callers. Please do not bore the show. We want to take as many calls in 10 minutes. Let's hear from our first caller on the line. Good morning. Your name and where you call from.
Yes, thank you. Good morning to you and good morning to Costa and happy new year to all that they give you.
Go ahead, quickly, please. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is CH-2, and I joined the conversation from Ghana to George this morning. Let me say welcome back here, Costa, to the viewer. How could possible first question how to do Article 36B of the United States Constitution? We create people about the for someone to contest the whole Constitution in at least be trial 1 year to election, but fair person after 10 months to election, or in my way, the Costa. Okay. So he recommend a people to go out to draft, really get to the draft president, and a few questions.
I think he addressed the latter. But anyways, he can choose which he want to. Let's hear from that caller, then we take the diaspora call. Good morning, your name and where you call from? Good morning. Okay, so let's pick up this call right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelvin and Victor, and good morning to my brother Henry Costa. Dave, I want to call from Brussels.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Costa, considering that you are one of the most trusted confidant of GNB, if not the best member GNB, if GNB were to ask you, because I know that he's going to ask you to make some proposals. And right now he has your political leader Yuri in his camp. He has your Kanga Lawrence in his corner. If there will be a discussion to welcome looking, and he told you, I have considered these 3 people. I want you, if he's not asking that you name, and he's obliging you to say, among these 3 people, concerning my brand of integrity, I want you to name one of those people who you think can be the vice president made to me.
Okay.
Who are you going to select?
Thank you very much. Let's hear from the next caller on the international line. Good morning. Your name? Okay, let me pick it up from right here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelvin.
Yes, go ahead. You're live.
This is Fernando.
Okay, calling from.
Thank you. This is Fernando. And I call from Morocco.
Okay, go ahead. You're live.
Well, I'd like to greet you at the studio here, and you, Costa. Well, I don't know. Costa, I think he has created a kind of environment for himself where he doesn't get trust, confidence from people anymore when he speaks. Though this very Costa is the one that I ardently followed many years back when he staged that protest about this oil block issue being sold or that was to be ratified. He, Marcus White, and others. Until he lied to the public on the show that all the orders of former Vice President Joseph Baka, the Director Authority was asked to remove power invaders of a certain GFN company to be replaced by another GFN companies, the power invader. Until the rest of information came that it was on the order of NFA's president. It wasn't Vice President Joseph Baka. I stopped following him. But this is the Costa whose current academic credential I'm questioning at this moment. And I challenge Costa in this public space and manner to provide a simple document that he has obtained a degree or any credential from outside Liberia or currently in the US.
Okay. Okay, since What have you to discount his credentials? You are just challenging him. He is saying that he graduated from Wimbledon. What have you to say to the Liberian people that Costa is not saying the truth about his academic credentials? Good morning. Hello, are you there? Okay, he left. Yeah, go ahead. You said what? Oh, too bad. Well, the line. Yeah, I didn't get you. You said what? Yeah. You said what? Oh, too bad. We lost him right there. Let's hear from the next caller on the line. Good morning.
Thank you, my good friend, brother Kevin. Let me say good morning to my local brother, Benjamin. Let me say good morning to your guest. Welcome back home. No one like you, Mr. Costa. This is the day, the day. Happy New Year to everyone. You, as you see there. Look, Harold Costa is very interesting. You know, I like to listen to him because he's full of rhetoric. When he's speaking, you know, he says, that man, he talks about the things. Look, Kevin, we need to be serious though. I always tell you guys this. People need to be serious in this country. Look, that is the beauty of the democracy that everybody enjoys. Even nobody know you, even you whosoever you want to contest. And the democratic state is the right of Harold Costa. But the only issue about Harold Costa for some of us here, and no questioning is that he's clean to be clean. That he can know that. Look, that a lot of ways to get a lot of money from people that you want to bring to say you want to run for the thing to hash your phone here and there, they will generate money. We know how to start having money business. Look.
So what is your issue? He said that he's contesting. Yeah, he said he's contesting. So I don't understand.
He said that he's contesting, but you heard me saying that because when you question that to say he get money to run, he said that he has people, he's going back to America, they're going to try to look for money, and he told him that Joseph is for up. All what he said about Joseph, you hey!
People depend on people, you know, even government depend on other stations, other countries, you know, to help in certain sectors. Nobody is an island. So he's very honest to say he does not have money. What's wrong with that? And he's depending on friends and other institutions to help him. But then why did you bring it up?